Yo, what is up, Karma Nation? We had an interesting two-game slate yesterday, and we didn't record anything or put out content just because I work on Mondays all day, so I'm not able to put out any content, and Ethan's worthless without me, so he can't do any solo pods or anything. So we are back, and I am here with Ethan, and how was your day yesterday?
Good. We went 2-0 on Monkey Knife Fight props, and the first game actually we played the 3-4-4 rapid fire. All four hit. So if you would have played the 4-for-4, 3-for-3, 2-for-2, all those would have hit too. Of course, my dumbass just played the 2-for-3 and 3-for-4 because I have zero trust in myself. But outside of that, it was a great day. Today's been good so far. I got some Taco Bell in me as usual. I love me some Taco Bell, so I got three tacos, a Supreme, Crunchwrap Supreme, and a chalupa.
That's so
Like the
much food.
chalupas. So I am full. I'm ready to rock and roll. 3 games today. Let's do this.
Yeah, let's do this shit. We got a pretty good slate to break down today. Well, of course, we're breaking down FanDuel and Draftkings. Even though we'll focus on Draftkings, we'll touch a little bit on FanDuel, but Draftkings is the superior site, as usual. And of course, we'll be touching on some props, monkeyknifefight.online and prizepicks.online, promo code KARMA. Make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any of our content, live streams, or podcasts. And of course, do not forget to get in our free chat room by going to chatdfs.com. All right, we're going to start things off with some injury news. We don't have a ton of injury news compared to last slate. So we got Bria Hartley is done for the season. So Phoenix is taking a hit with her and Griner out. I'm not sure when we're going to see Griner back. I think she's still out of the bubble. So it's going to be a while till we see these girls back. Phoenix is trying to make a playoff push, so we'll see. I assume they still make it in, but I assume it's going to be close, though. And then we got Brianna Jones is probable. She's expected to play, so we won't have that value like we did last slate. I talked about last slate. I was going to play whoever started, but both players did not start, and we had Essence Carson in a revenge narrative start. I played her on FanDuel, but I did not play her on DraftKings. I think I hit a takedown on that slate still, I believe. Yeah, that was a slate, yeah. I took down the 88 and the $88 one and the $33 one. And then I did play Beatrice Mompier, I believe it's pronounced. She came off the bench, but she still put up 17 fantasy points. So good day all around for me, that slate. And let's get started with DraftKings like usual. Who is your favorite play? We get the same guards every time.
Yeah.
Guards.
So last time I told y'all to lock in Alyssa Thomas at forward. Locked her in. She had 46 fantasy points. I told you she was the lock of the day. The lock tonight is Carter at 7,300. That is way too cheap. She should be playing over 30 minutes, back to her normal minutes. So just lock in Carter and move on. Who you pair with Carter is the biggest decision of the night, probably. Do you go Bonner or do you go DT? I know Joey likes Bonner. I'm on the DT train like I've been for the last couple games for her. So I like DT at 9,700. Save about $600 in salary. Use it towards some forwards. Because remember, you got Aja Wilson on the slate, and she's going to be probably very pricey. So I'm pairing Carter with Taurasi, and that's pretty much how I'm starting all my guard lineups today.
Yeah, I mean, I like Taurasi, but I just can't fit her in. Yeah, she's 600 less, but that matchup is tough. I still think she has a great game, though, but I just like Bonner's floor a little bit more. So I haven't really decided. Just probably depends how roster construction goes. I'll play her if I don't have the salary to get Bonner. I'll happily play her. They both will go over 30 points. I just don't see Taurasi going over 40, where Bonner could easily end up over 40 unless it's a blowout. So still deciding what I want to do there. And you also have Skylar Diggins, which she is over 9K now. So I'll probably fade her. I'd rather just take the 500 and go Taurasi. But GPPs, of course, she's fine because she has the ceiling to do well, especially with no Hartley. And then you got Lainey right there at 9.5, which I'm going to avoid until she's back under 9K. You got Courtney Williams right under them. Talked about them. Once they're both under 9K, I'll start considering them. I probably want 8.5 at least for them.
Yeah.
But their ceilings are still obviously there in a pretty good matchup. And then you got two Indiana guards, Kelsey Mitchell and Julie Almond.
Kelsey with the dub yesterday. Nothing.
Kelsey screwed me in FanDuel Cash yesterday. She luckily didn't screw up the 6 for 6. Someone else also screwed it up for me. So, but yeah, probably both of them are in play definitely, and also Tiffany Mitchell. And even who do you like?
Jasmine Thomas, right below him at 8,100.
Yeah.
Like we talk about every slate, New York just turns the ball over a lot. I could see Jasmine picking up a ton of steals tonight.
Yeah, that whole area is pretty good at guard, so I might go a little even. Yesterday I went even. I went Dangerfield and Gray. So I didn't pay completely up for guard. I went with that 8K range. 8K range is really good range. Always has some good high potential players. Probably won't end up in cash with them because I want Carter and I want to pay up for either Bonner or Tarasi. But definitely my main GPP, I'll be considering them, just going a little cheaper. Because you can either go Carter and Tarasi, or for the same price, you get two of those 8K guards. So it's a tough choice there. We'll see who outscores each other.
Hold on, Joey.
What's up?
We missed something on the injury report. Looks like Jasmine Thomas had she only played 10 minutes last game on the 30th. I don't know if you noticed that or not. But she had a flare-up of her plantar fasciitis in the game.
Okay.
So she was limited to 10 minutes, and that might be something to watch for today.
Yeah, definitely monitor that. Of course, Draftkings doesn't help us out at all with these injury news things. So, yeah, I was wondering why she got 5 points. I was playing against her. I think one of the top 3 or 4 players in the $88 one had her. So, yeah, I was surprised she only put up 5.2, but I guess that's why. And Essence Carson probably had a better game because no Thomas. But
well, with knowing that, I might actually like Bonner more now, to be honest.
Yeah, this should restrict the blowout. Thomas, yeah, she's not putting up the stats every game, but she's still extremely important. She's the point guard of the team. Bonner's the point forward, but she's the true point guard on the team. So,
wait, would you lock in Bonner if Thomas misses?
I would probably lock in Bonner. That gives you some value too. I would probably end up. You'll have January and Carson there too.
Yeah.
I was already looking for cheap. I was considering Paris Kia, but if we just get Essence Carson, I'd rather put her in cash and put Kia in my GPP. Or even January is a good play too. So definitely monitor that. I think, is that the first game of the night?
Yes, it is. So we'll know that news early.
Yeah, January I don't want to play. She just plays 30 minutes with a thumb up her ass, so we'll see. We'll see what's going on with that. Yeah, so
that's what Middleton did to me yesterday in the second half of that Bucks game.
Yeah, so some people just will get their 30 minutes, but they'll play like Andre Robertson and just play 30 minutes and 5 fantasy points. So I probably won't go there, but we will see. What happens? Yeah, probably. Because January's 5.8. I'd rather just keep on going down to Carson, who you're getting for 2,000 less for the same floor and ceiling. So
I agree with you there.
I'm sure Carson probably has a higher ceiling than January. So we'll see. For those cheap guys, also look at Holmes. Holmes is probable today, so she might get some good run if Jasmine Thomas. I wish Holmes was still out because that's going to mess up everything when she plays or starts because I don't want to play her. But yeah, those are good. Paris Key is good. And then you got... so Las Vegas has an amazing matchup against Phoenix. Even though it says 8, I'd give them 10 to 12, really. The Phoenix just siphons points to these guards. And... Phoenix is, I mean, Vegas outside of Aja Wilson. There's a lot of usage go around. McCautry sometimes goes off, sometimes just absolutely does nothing. So these guards, Robinson and McBride, can all have amazing games. There's a really couple good GPP plays today at guard, where you can fade the chalk and fit Aja Wilson and Alyssa Thomas, and then just go cheap at guard because there is a ton of value today at guard, especially if Jasmine Thomas misses. Yeah, there's a ton to go around right there. So we'll have to wait and see what news we get. I know the coach loves Paris Kia, and she's been trending up in minutes. So we will see what happens there. I doubt we see her start anytime soon, but I could see her taking Clarendon's job for sure. But we will see what happens. But then we won't have that Clarendon turnovers to give us all these easy steals. So we will see what happens with those New York guards. But yeah, let's move on to forward now. We got the clear-cut Aja Wilson, Alyssa Thomas as those top plays. But yeah, who do you like more, Alyssa Thomas or Aja Wilson?
Aja Wilson, 100%. Ride or die with her this year. You can pretty much lock her in for over 40 fantasy points per night. Plain and simple. She scores, rebounds, blocks, steals, assists. She does it all. Name a more all-around athlete than her this year. Hard to find one. You know, it's gonna be a race between her and Stewie for MVP this year, I think.
Yeah, most likely those two are the favorite.
So lock in Aja Wilson. Forwards, I'm not a huge fan of the forwards today, just because one, I hate playing New York players, and then two, I hate Indiana and Atlanta too. And one thing, Joey, that we need to note is Indiana's coming off a back-to-back game. So they played yesterday and they're playing again today. So watch out for them maybe being a little bit tired from yesterday's game, possibly. You know, I luckily they're playing Atlanta, so I don't think we have to worry too much about a blowout. But, you know, Indiana could be a little slow today.
So Atlanta is a 1-point underdog, but I love them winning today. I'll give out a free bet there. Atlanta money line minus 107. I love that bet today. Atlanta looks really good with this, with Courtney Williams, Laney, and Carter starting. If Billings can have a good game, they're definitely dangerous. So we got to see. I don't think it'll blow up, but Atlanta should win by at least 5-6 points.
Yeah, I like Atlanta winning too.
Yeah, we can't get alt lines on Wnba because I guess bookies don't trust their algorithms at all. So the only alt lines I get is 0.5. So nothing you can do about that. I assume 5-6 points. Atlanta should be a 5-6 point favorite in this matchup. But
what I'm fading Angel today. I'm so frustrated with her. She's just not playing minutes.
And yeah, it's tough.
I don't get it. She's high teens, low 20s every game. I just can't play. I just can't play her like that.
Yeah, the game before she did have foul trouble, but yeah, she's always a good GPP play, but never can really throw her in cash games.
Yeah, but 8,700 for those minutes, that's a tough fade for me.
Yeah. Stuff. I don't know.
Alyssa Thomas up top too. She's 10K. I like her too.
She's too cheap. She should never be under 10.5.
She is. You know, she scored 38 fantasy points against New York last game. You know, these teams just played each other, and you know the steals are going to be there again for her. New York turns the ball over. Thomas can get those steals. She also has the advantage inside too if she wants it. So, you know, I like paying up for Wilson and Thomas today.
Yeah, and you can easily do it, especially with all that value, and if Jasmine Thomas is out.
Oh, boy. Chalk City today.
If Jasmine Thomas is out, I would go just Bonner, Thomas, and Wilson and go from there. And probably end up fading Phoenix. I don't think you can fit. You can actually fit. You can fit Bonner, Taurasi, Wilson, and Thomas. If.
Ooh, so you want to fade Carter?
Yeah.
I don't know. So you plug in those four, like you said, Bonner, DT, Thomas, Wilson. That leaves you with 4,500.
And you can go like down to Paris Kia and then get
but
Paris Kia or Carson. You can get.
But do you have a cheap forward you like? Because you still need a forward.
So if you end up
That's,
putting Carson there, if she gets, this is all if Jasmine Thomas is out. You got 5-2 for forward. There is Lauren Cox. There's Glory Johnson. This, of course, is just a GPP move. So
yeah.
nothing wrong with playing Lauren Cox and Glory Johnson in GPPs. You can take a chance on Odom. You can maybe hope Brianna Jones, even though she's expected to play, she still might not play for some reason, and Montpierre gets the bump. So we'll see. It's easier if you go down from DT or Bonner and just go Carson, or one of those 8K guards, because then you got 7-6 if you go Carson, and then you just got the whole everyone to work with. So. Just monitor that Jasmine Thomas news. It's the first game of the slate, so we're perfect for that. So we'll see. Even though if she does start, she could be limited still. So we will see. That'll just keep the ownership down on all those Connecticut players, but they're still good plays.
Yeah.
And then moving on, we got Brianna Turner right there, 8-5. It's Vegas. Vegas sucks against bigs. Sucks in the paint, sucks 8 feet in the basket. So Kia Vaughn, it's a little expensive for me, so I'd rather just go Brianna Turner. You can play both if you want in the same lineup, but 8K. I'd rather play Vaughn on FanDuel at 5-8, but both are great plays. Ownership leverage is going to be on Kia Vaughn compared to Turner. I'm sure Turner will be 60 to 7%, while Kia Vaughn will be 10 to 20%. So you can get some ownership leverage, but Turner obviously is the better play. Vaughn isn't a bad play. She's just not as good as a play, and they're the same price, so you have to play Turner. Then moving down, Candace Supreme was chalk last slate yesterday. 2-game slate, of course, she's going to be chalk against Chicago, but not the best play today. I'm probably out of 0% of her, even if I make 10 lineups. Not the worst play, just I like other plays around her. Billings always has that really high ceiling. One of my lineups I built earlier today had Billings in there. I had 8-1 left over, and I went with Billings and over Dupree. I love Billings' ceiling's just so high, but her floor is just so low. So 100% one of my top GPP plays of the slate. Liz Williams is probably going to have to ask to do a lot with McCowan right there. Because she's getting the start every slate, McCowan is. So 30 minutes of Liz Williams right next to the basket will get you 10 rebounds. Just depends if she's scoring or getting some blocks.
Yeah.
Brianna Jones, obviously a great play against New York. Just depends if she's limited or not. So monitor that news to see what's going on there. And even if she plays, we'll see. McCowan's always a high ceiling play. You get that double-double bonus. And you got a lot of players playing close to the basket. Billings will try to go to the basket a lot, so McCowan could have a nice block ceiling game. So we'll see what happens there. I love her in GPPs. Then you got Lauren Cox, great GPP play as well. A lot of these plays always GPPs. There's probably like 8 to 10 players I consider in cash, and then the rest all GPPs if the lineup falls to them. Kia Stokes, not a bad play either. She gets a lot of run-ins. Connecticut, a lot of play close to the basket, and Connecticut's not a very good interior defense team, so Kia Stokes can get double-double potential. And she's $2,000 cheaper than Wnba, which I hate playing Wnba, but her ceiling's there. She got 21 rebounds last slate. I don't know how, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. She had a good matchup against Vegas. Just scored 6 points and 21 rebounds. So people who played her got bailed out by the 21 rebounds and 2 for 11 shooting. So yeah, those are probably everyone I'm playing today.
And she's starting to get a lot. I noticed too. Her last 2 games, 4 blocks and steals. The game before, 6 blocks and steals. So she's starting to get some blocks and steals, which, we can't predict that, obviously, but, with all those blocks and steals, that's making her fantasy points pretty high right now.
Yeah, she's always been a high block ceiling player, so the ceiling's always there for blocks, just it's hard to predict.
Yeah.
Can't rely on that. Collier is the only one you can rely on getting those because she just somehow gets them every slate.
Remember last year in NBA in Discord how we got attacked because we couldn't predict blocks and steals?
Yeah, we always
Impossible
get
to predict people.
Yeah, they're always set at like they always have that 5 for 5, and it's just always one of those blocks and steals. I'm like, ugh, really? I miss the old days when we partnered with them. They started with the 5 for 5 was always points, rebounds, assists, and 3-pointers, and we would always hit, but we'd miss the assists or 3-pointers, and we're always like, damn, that's goddamn unpredictable because we would just miss them compared to all the other ones. But now we realize, yeah, they're pretty predictable compared to blocks and steals.
Bingo.
So yeah.
Is there anyone else you'd like for forward, or you want to move on to props?
I think that's everyone I'm considering.
Okay.
You can go Alana Smith if you really want to, but I'd just rather play McCowan. No reason to really go to Alana Smith. And then you got Montpierre if Brianna Jones happens to miss. I don't know if I said that, but yeah, that's what I'm looking at today. So we can transition into the prop sites.
All right, so let's look at Prize Picks first. First game is the Liberty Sun game. So Bonner is 41.1. Usually she's 38, 39, so obviously Prize Picks is expecting Bonner to have a great game because they priced her up. Her projection is pretty high. I'll say this: if you like Bonner over, and I won't give my lean on Bonner yet because obviously we need Jasmine Thomas news. But if you like Bonner over, go over to Monkey Knife Fight, and Bonner's 38.5 over there. Take the over on Monkey Knife Fight before you take it on Prize Picks.
Yeah, but then we're probably stuck with Wnba, right?
Yeah, 30.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's I think you can play the 2 for 3.
Yeah. I don't even know what I'm leading for Wnba. I'd probably just lean under just because I'm not expecting another huge game, but
yeah,
she'll probably go over.
Yeah, I hate New York props, to be honest with you. Kia Nurse is always, does she score or not score? Clarendon, does she get 10 turnovers or 5 turnovers? I probably will be avoiding this game unless Jasmine Thomas misses because I just hate New York players. Plain and simple.
Yeah. I think either Bonner or Thomas is going to go over 40, so...
Well, if Thomas misses, I would say it's Bonner.
Yeah. Probably. Yeah. Thomas news is going to affect Bonner more than the other Thomas, Alyssa Thomas.
Yeah.
Just because Bonner is a point forward. So she'll have the ball in her hands a lot more. Alyssa Thomas isn't going to bring up the ball, so it doesn't matter. But her Bonner's usage rate will go up tremendously when we get that Thomas news.
Yeah.
So just wait and see. First game of the slate, you don't have to lock in props now. Just wait until we get that news. And yeah, no need to force it early. Unless you really want to pair with some NBA.
Yeah, and there's some good NBA today, too. I will say that. And we can maybe touch on NBA a little bit later. But the next game, we got Fever and Dream. So you have your usual bunch, Kelsey Mitchell, Dupree, Julia Alleman. I'm hesitant on the Fever today just because, like we talked about, back-to-back game. You think they're going to be tired?
I don't think so. I mean, they'll be a little tired, but there's no travel. There's no nothing. Back-to-backs don't mean as much. Back-to-back home games. It's not technically a home game because you're not sleeping in your own bed. But
True.
There's no travel, so I assume they're fine. But we'll see. I still like Atlanta to win it, though.
Yeah, so do I. Yeah, I like Atlanta, too. They have Carter on the board finally. She's 28. Right now, my initial lean is over on her.
Yeah, I like the over like 25, 26. 28's where it should be. Anything over 30, I'd go under on. But 28's kind of that close range. I'd still lean over just because her ceiling is higher than her. Her ceiling is much higher than her floor is relative to that prop. So I give her a floor of like 22 and a ceiling of 35. So I'd probably lean over.
Kelsey Mitchell, 27. That's a little higher than normal for her.
Touch. Yeah, the matchup boost, but I'm not touching it.
She did nothing yesterday, and then the day before when I had her, she did nothing first half and then went nuts in the second half. So I'm not touching it. Well, she's fucked me over twice already. No, I'm done.
Yeah, I had her. I skipped on her on FanDuel Cash the slate she went off, and then I played her yesterday and she sucked, and both times cost me my cash line. So
Yeah.
I can't get her right. No reason to play her in props. It's definitely a boost, matchup boost to get her to 27. She's still a good play in fantasy, especially on FanDuel, but I'm probably gonna have to play her in FanDuel Cash, but I don't want to. I like Julie over just because she stuffs the
Yeah.
stat sheet. But
She's
yeah,
good too.
she's
I like
great.
her.
Yeah,
I was watching her the other day, and she can move that ball around pretty fast too. I like her.
yeah, she's a great guard.
Me
Definitely a
too.
lot of new guards coming in that are really good. It's a good transition period with all the old players started. Probably going to start retiring in the next 2 or 3 years. So
Yeah.
WNBA is in good shape, just like the
Yeah.
NBA. Both in good shape for the future.
It's good. So we have our last game of the night.
Only
Mercury
4
versus.
players.
Yeah, but they'll add players. So remember with Price Picks, they always seem to add a fourth player. So once that Liberty game locks, then we should see more players for this last game. I don't know why they do it that way. They have their reasons, and I kind of know why they do, but I think it's stupid. But
Yeah.
again, you have Trossi, Diggins, the typical two. One will go over, one will go under. Pick your poison.
Yep.
Willis.
Honestly, both might end up under this game. Both. It's probably gonna be like a 34 and 28 type game for both of them. I feel like is my
Yeah.
guess. But both of them won't go over, but both might go under. I would say is my bold call that they both go under.
All right. Wilson, you want to take that bold call to Wilson too? Under.
I ain't touching Wilson under.
Wilson's a lot higher than normally. She's what 39.5, 40, high
Yeah,
30s, 40 maybe.
I haven't seen
42.
her at 42.
Yeah, I'm probably not touching that. That's a little higher than I think she can go over, but not. I don't want to touch the 40. I'd rather go Angel under 28.8.
Yeah, uh, definitely. I'd rather go Angel under that. I'd say there's 2 or 3 people I really like on the board right now. Nothing sticks out completely to me right now. So
Yeah, I mean, we got to watch for Jasmine Thomas news. Let's wait. I'm sure they'll add Liz Williams to the board as the fourth Atlanta person. Um, let's see here. Liberty usually add, I think, Jasmine Jones. Suns will probably add Brianna Jones.
yeah, Jasmine
NBA,
Jones, 23.5 on FanDuel. I mean on Monkey Knife Fight. So I'm a little surprised to
yeah,
not see her.
she hasn't been doing that well.
Yeah, she'll sometimes come in, but she's not guaranteed that minutes and usage. So.
Yeah, no, I
It's
agree with you
tough.
there.
Yeah. So there's a couple I like. Hop in Discord. Get my plays. I think it's a Monkey Knife Fight day.
Yeah,
Yesterday was a Monkey Knife Fight day. 2 days ago was a Prize Fix day. So you just gotta. Hopefully it's legal in both the states you're in. Hopefully both sites are legal in the state you're in. Cause
should be. Yeah, most states. Yeah.
yeah. So
But and remember, Price Picks is now in Massachusetts. They went there last week, so they're adding
yeah.
new states all the time. So I'm sure they'll add probably another 1 or 2 before NFL season starts, which is we're what 8 days away, 9 days away. So
Yeah,
nine
it's
days away.
close.
Yeah,
Yeah.
9 days away. I think we're gonna have a prop pod for NFL this year, just like last
Got a
year.
nice little threesome going between you, me, and Sam.
Oh, I like the way that sounded.
Oh yeah, nice and
Uh,
hot.
heck yeah. So right now. But we're still killing it NBA, killing it with tennis. Baseball's still there. I hate baseball, but it's still there. NBA is
Yeah.
starting to run down a little bit, but hey, I'll tell you right now, once NFL gets going, we are on top of it. We make thousands of dollars each NFL season. So hop in Discord, join us there. It's worth the money. It's cheap. So if you have any questions, you know where to find Joey and I.
Yep, and we will see you hopefully tomorrow. We should have a pod. I might lose my power tomorrow, but we will see.
Yeah,
Hopefully we get something
I'll
up.
be around. But
Yeah, well,
we'll have a pod every day this week, except for maybe the weekend. We'll see. But for sure for sure Tuesday through Friday. So,
yep,
but
we will.
outside of that, I got nothing else. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Joey, you got the last word.
Good luck tonight. I hope you guys win a lot of money. We will see you tomorrow.
Yeah.